What's up, everybody? Hope you all had a great day today. Getting into this episode of GH. Listen, Anna looked like she was fed up. Like her head was about to explode, and I can't even blame her. That apartment looked so busy. It's too much going on in that damn home. Like she was fed up with it. You got the dog running around. You got Emma up in there. You got Gio in there. Anna's trying to conduct her business. It's a lot going on up in that home, and she was just too through because the dog just running around. I'm like, they ain't even supposed to have a damn dog in that place. so, so now she was like, nah, we need to have a house meeting. Like she need to come up with a schedule for that dog. Who gonna feed it? Who gonna walk it? Who basically gonna be like who's gonna alternate stuff for that damn dog? Because it's too much going on up in there. I don't blame her for trying to get some order up in that house because that just seems like a lot. Like even when I was looking at it, I was like, yeah, that's too much going on. But Dante and Gio, it definitely was awkward between them, rightfully so. Even when Dante was explaining to Anna everything that's going on with him with the Rocco, Brit, BLQ, Lulu, stolen embryo situation. Plus, he's trying to make peace with Gio, plus his job. It's just a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Like, Dante just gonna have to be patient. Like, I get it. He feels like he's trying to give Gio that space and let him move at his own pace, but he feels like the pace is at zero. Like it's at a turtle's pace at this point. And it is. But you know what? Dante got to remember, he was in this place 15 years ago with Sonny. Him and Sonny were at odds. Sonny tried to get to know him. Sonny tried to embrace him. Dante wasn't having it. Look at where they were 15 years ago. Look at where they are 15 years later. It takes time. It takes time. Like, it really took a while for Dante to get to a point with Sonny where he can call him dad. It took a while for that. So he got to remember that. It's going to take Gio a minute. Him and Gio, it's gonna be a while. But I believe Gio and Dante are going to get to that place that Sonny and Dante are. I feel like they're going to get there. Because, mind you, Sonny and Dante relationship was way worse. Way worse. It was way worse than Gio and Dante. So if they can be cool, it's hope for Dante and Gio. I really hope, though, that when Gio and Dante do become, good with each other and they get close, I hope Gio changes his last name to Falconeri. I do. I was so glad when Dante never changed his name to Corinthos. I was so freaking happy about that because I don't feel like that last name fit him. I'm glad Dante Falconeri just flows better to me. Dante Corinthos, nah. I mean, let me see. Dante Falconeri, Dante Corinthos. I like Falconeri better, but Corinthos could work, but I'm just glad he kept Falconeri. I'm glad. So anyway, Dante and Anna are still investigating. They still on the hunt for this case. Like, they're trying to connect the dots. They know that Emma, Dalton, Jocelyn, Vaughn, the WSB, the NDA, Emma getting expelled, all of these things they know are connected somehow. They're trying to put the pieces together and figure this out. I want to know, is this an official PCPD investigation? Because if it is, that means they're using police resources on this investigation. That they're not even supposed to be investigating because technically this is WSB's case. So they're just using their resources. I wonder if they're doing that or if this is completely off the books. Like it's just Dante and Anna doing this off the clock, like on their own personal. Because I'm pretty sure Laura probably wouldn't chew them out, but you do know, like, when you do an investigation, it's costing the city money. Like, it's fucking with their budget. I'm just saying. Even though I'm pretty sure Laura wouldn't chew them out, but still, like, every investigation costs money. So hopefully they're not squandering that, city budget. But I'm pretty sure they don't give a damn. Anyway, I'm pretty sure they don't. Moving on from that. Carly, she kind of surprises me a little bit because I love that she's, backing off a little bit from Jocelyn's personal business, even though she's keeping a watchful eye still, as she should, because she just don't trust the situation with Vaughn. She felt like he too old. And Anna had those same concerns when she saw Emma with Vaughn. She felt he was too old, and Carly has that same problem. Like, what is your intentions? Like, what are you doing with him? But, Jocelyn tried to reassure her, like, listen, I'm just having fun. There ain't nothing serious going on. Ain't no triangle going on. Ain't none of that. So Carly was like, all right, just checking. She was like, but if you need to talk, I'm here. I'm just surprised that Carly is not circling the wagons on this. Like, I'm shocked that she's not calling Jason and Spinelli to find out who the hell Vaughn is. Like, what's his background? Who is people? Where he from? I'm surprised that she's not doing that. Because the old Carly, she would have been on his ass in 2 seconds. I'm surprised she's kind of giving a little breathing room here. But I do feel like Jocelyn is in over her head with the WSB. Like, she don't know what she's getting into. So apparently the tracker that they put on that bag, it was offline for like 3 hours or something like that. Then 3 hours later, it came back on. That's suspect as hell. That would freak me out. Like, I would start thinking, like, did the person find it? Because, are they playing a game, trying to lure us out, like trying to see who tracking them? I would be thinking that too. Because how does it go offline that long and then pop back on? No, I would think somebody found that. Because according to Vaughn, I guess Brennan took them off the case. I guess they're no longer investigating this. That's crazy. But then again, it's not so crazy because I just don't buy Jocelyn as a spy. I don't. Emma, oh, she got the makings. Like the way, like when Emma was talking with Vaughn and stuff like that, she is so slick. Like, she snatched that MasterCard from him and he don't even know it. He don't even know. That's how good Emma is. See, this is why I feel like Emma should be an investigator. She should be a spy. Homegirl is slick with it. Because I didn't even know she took the damn thing. I said, go ahead, Emma. She definitely her grandparents' grandchild. Homegirl is good. See, that's why I feel like she need to be a cop or something. She definitely need to be an investigator. She got investigations in her future. I wonder if she would want to be one. I mean, it's kind of her lineage. Then again, being a doctor is her lineage too. I don't know. I think she'd be good in probably any profession. But anyway, moving on from that. Aunt Stella. I love me some Aunt Stella. I do. But I feel like she need to mind her business. Because she's trying to get Kai and Trina back together. Because she don't understand this whole breakup. She feel like they were good together. He was good for her. Even Curtis was like, yeah, that's true. I'm like, Curtis, no. Why would you want your daughter with him? Like, he's proven he can't be trusted. And that's what freaks me out. Because I'm just like, I couldn't have somebody in my space, somebody coming into my home, and I can't talk freely around them because if I say something, they're going to run and go tell somebody. They're going to be quick to snitch because they got their principles. It doesn't, what I say don't align with their principles, so they're going to sit here and go snitch. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with a snitch. You can't be in my house and I got to walk on eggshells around you and I got to watch what I say because you might go tell somebody. You might go tattle. No, can't be up around me because that's, what he did. That's a violation. You know what I'm saying? You were in these people's house and you sitting over there eavesdropping on a private conversation in their home. Granted, it was in a public space, but like talking private like that in the living room. I mean, you should have went to the bedroom with that conversation because you knew you had company. But it was a public space, but it's also in a private space. It's in the sanctity of their home. You know what I'm saying? Kai should have made himself scarce. And, as soon as he saw them talking privately, he shouldn't have just stood there and kept listening. That was rude. So I just can't get behind him and Trina getting back together. And I feel like Stella need to let it go. Because now she talking about, oh, we may need to intervene. Stella, don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't. Trina's a young adult. If she want to be with Kai, she will go back and be with him. Obviously, if they broke up, it's a reason behind it, a very big one. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's so weird how they're like so forgiving of Kai or, kind of pushing or nudging Trina to go back to him. But yet they were so suspicious and unforgiving of Spencer when Spencer actually held Trina down a lot of times. He basically was the love of her life. Well, is the love of her life. and they didn't really trust or like him like that. Gave him a hard time, but yet when it come to Kai, oh, they just googly eyed over that boy, and he over here snitching, telling your op or your business. Like, no. So anyway, speaking of ops, Drew, Lord have mercy. He over there at Liz is bitching to her about Willow, talking about, oh, my priority is to, reconcile Willow with her kids, get her kids back. Drew, how about you go focus on your daughter who lost her mother almost a year ago? And she just, got whisked away out of your wedding because of your scandal. Go check on her. Like, there's been no mention of him checking on Scout after the wedding. Go check on your child. Why are you worried about this girl and her kids? He's such a weirdo, like a creep. Like, go worry about your own damn daughter, son. So Liz didn't even care about nothing he was talking about. Liz was like, okay, cool, can you go? Because Willow not here. Like, Liz did not want him near. And when Jason popped up, Drew is so paranoid. He's sitting there talking about, oh, so you following me? Jason was looking like, what? Jason was like, I didn't even know your punk ass was here. Jason was looking at him just like that. Like, I didn't know your punk ass was here. I came here to talk to my baby mama. I didn't know your bitch ass was here. How am I following you if I don't know you're here? Dum-dum. He ain't even know Willow was there. Because after, Drew left or whatever, and of course, Drew trying to appeal to Jason to talk to Michael, Jason was looking at him like, dog, can you go? Because I'm not doing nothing you asking me to do. I don't even want to talk about you and Willow. You ruined her life. She ruined her life. Get on out my face with that. I got more pressing business to do. I got to find out if this chick is dead or not. So get your ass up out of here. So, he was talking to Liz and whatnot because he needed her help to find out what mortuary basically Brit was taken to. And what he asked her to do was a pretty big ask. Like, Liz was like, yeah, you asking a lot, but that's her baby daddy. She gonna do it. So she ended up getting into it, letting him see the records for himself, because she was like, listen, I got laundry to go do, so you gonna handle that. So he found out where it was. But I'm glad him and Liz, had a little conversation about Jake and how much he loving Lisbon. I think he in Lisbon. But how much he loving it out there and whatnot. So I'm glad that they can get together for a brief moment and talk about their child. So he went to the mortuary or whatever, and the lady was looking in the records. The only hiccup is there was no date of cremation. There was no date for it to show that cremation actually took place. There's no record. So now I think Jason got his confirmation that, yeah, he's 95% sure Brit is alive. Because how come everything on that document is pretty much filled out except the date of when she was cremated? There's no record of that. Nobody put that down. The lady was like, well, mistakes happen. Nah, that's a huge mistake. And even that lady said it's rare for that to happen. Like, she's never really known that to happen before. I say, yeah, mistake my ass. Somebody did that on purpose. Ain't no damn mistake, lady. But Jason about to be on it, though. So anyway, moving on from that. So, they at the Metro Court or whatever, Curtis and Stella, and that's when Drew came in, because Drew was sure that Curtis snitched to Willow. So, of course, he comes over there, trying to come up with this little fake truce, talking about, oh, I realized I made a lot of enemies, and I don't need no more, and I don't want no more. I was looking at Curtis like, I know you're not buying this, because I smelled the rat as soon as he walked up. And we all know Drew, he's not the truce kind of person. And I really hope Curtis is smart enough not to fall for that. Because Stella was like, oh, what did that man want? Oh, he wanted a truce. I'm like, Curtis, don't you fall for that nonsense. Don't tell me you dumb. Because Martin was like, oh, I thought it'd be fireworks. And Drew was like, nope, I'm playing the long game. Which I figured he was going to do. I knew it. Drew don't know about truce. He don't know what truce mean. Of course, he wants to annihilate Curtis, naturally. That's his default. He loves to just go after people, even if it's, to his own detriment, because Drew's an idiot. That man, he lives for enemies. He lives for it. That man, you see enemy on his forehead. He love it. He welcomes all new enemies, new and old. Drew loved this type of drama. So I hope Curtis ain't falling for it. Like, I really hope he's not. So anyway, moving on from that, Willow. So Michael had to break it down to her about Germany. So he finally told her about what happened in Germany, because she was like, no, you didn't want to see me. He said, why would I not want to see you? We could have hashed all this out when you were there. So that's when she started to realize Drew intervened in that. I'm like, yeah, dodo bird. See, this is what I'm talking about. Willow need to stop being a fool. And she need to call Rick and tell him to get rid of those documents that she signed, which would give Drew custody if anything were to happen to her. She needs to get those torn up. Like ASAP. Because I don't think she has, but she needs to. So she thinks that now, she could see the kids or whatever, and they could work it out now outside of the court. Michael said, absolutely not. He said, not right now. Here she go, having another meltdown. Willow don't get it. It's like she throws these temper tantrums whenever she can't get her way. And when she does things like that, she keeps having these temper tantrums, these meltdowns. When you do shit like that, all she's doing is confirming to Michael, she's validating his opinion that she does not need to see the kids right now. That's all you're doing. You're validating that. You're proving to him that you're not mentally fit to see these kids. Like, why would he work anything out with you outside the court when you act like a 2-year-old? Ooh, I'm angry. Ooh, I'm mad. You won't let me see my kids. She's not listening to what he's saying. And then on top of that, she's sitting there talking about, oh, I won't forget this, Michael. See, that attitude right there is why you can't see these kids right now. You're not getting it. It's not computing. Is it like she's not getting it? I'm like, baby, he's just trying to get you to see that you need help. And she gonna go back to Liz talking about something. Oh, I'm gonna prove to everybody I'm fit and stable to see my kids and be around my kids. Okay, prove it. Prove it. Get the help. And Michael went to Carly, basically told her what happened, and he doesn't know if Willow will ever be fit to be around the kids. See, here's my thing. I agree with Michael to an extent, but I feel like he needs to remember his mother spent some time in a mental institution herself. It was a time where Sonny and them didn't think she was fit to be around the kids. He needs to remember that. But she went, she got the help, she did the work. You know what I'm saying? She was able to be around her kids again. He needs to remember that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if Michael really wants Willow to get some help, he should call Diane, tell her to talk to the judge, get an emergency court hearing, and if she wants supervised visitation, it's contingent upon her going to court-ordered therapy. That simple. That simple. Either she goes to therapy and complete it, or complete a program or something, do something. Then you can start being around the kids. But she has to follow through with therapy at least once a week and have to have proof that she's going for the whole hour. For the whole hour. Prove she was there. It's like a job. You clock in, you clock out. That's what she need to do. Compromise. Do a little compromising. That's all it is. But anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought. And I will see you all later. Peace.